You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
This is the Daniel Monday Night Community Show on demand through YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing to listen to us through this method. If you'd like to keep up to date with when I add new interviews, then subscribe to this channel. You are listening to the Daniel Monday Night Community Show on BRFM, and now it's time to hear the selection of interviews I did when I was out and about in Sheppey at the weekend at the Sheppey District Scout Tryout Day. I was very lucky that Jack took me round the event so that I could speak to some of the leaders, the explorers, and some of the youngsters that are in the Beavers, the Cubs, and the Scouts. I firstly spoke to Jack, and this is what happened. So firstly, could you introduce yourself to our listeners?
I can. Hi, my name's Jack. I'm a youth commissioner on the Isle of Sheppey. I'm here with Sheppey Scouts today, and we're just trying to raise a bit of awareness, a bit of publicity about what we do, really.
So tell us what you are doing today here in Sheppey.
So we've got a few stalls set up. We've got a climbing wall set up for the public. Anyone can come down and have a go. Each group set up a little stand, and they're all doing various different things. I think we've got bracelets going on. We've got a group doing a bit of arts and craft. We've got some bird boxes being built. A chance to cook some fish on an open fire. Various different things. Later on, we've got a parade. We were parading from Sandpit at Tesco down to Trinity Church to celebrate St George's Day.
So today's a bit trying to give people an idea of what you do in sort of a taster, really.
Absolutely, yeah. It'd be really nice just for people to actually understand what we do. A lot of people think it's like the old days and we only have boys in Scouts and we just tie knots and wear shorts. And actually, it's changed a lot since then. It's more about fun and adventure now. We give young people life skills. Yeah, there's still a little bit of knot tie-in and there's still a little bit of the basics, but it's changed drastically since then.
And one of the things you always think of is you're probably looking for youngsters, but I think you're also looking for leaders, which you probably don't always think about when you think of the Scouts.
Absolutely, and we have hundreds of young people on the island and across the country, really, but unfortunately we've got massive waiting lists. We just don't have enough leaders. It's one of those things. If we had more leaders, we could accept more young people and get more young people taking part in fun and adventure, but we're just short on adults, and all it is a couple of hours a week, and actually all our adults have loads of fun and really enjoy themselves. I started as a beaver when I was 6. I'm 20 now and I'm still involved. I help run an explorer group every Thursday night, and they're 14 to 18 year olds, and they love it. They have a great time, but absolutely leaders is where we're struggling, and it's a national thing at the moment.
Hi, I'm Toby.
I'm Olivia.
I'm Jack.
So tell us a little bit about what you do.
In our Explorer group, we meet up every Thursday. Sometimes we might do it on the weekend, depending what activity we're doing. We do lots of different activities as a group. Can go from tobogganing to firing fire tennis balls around, which sounds quite dangerous, but it's actually really fun.
So what is an explorer group? Where does that come with sort of Cubs and Beavers and Scouts?
So it's the one of the top for the oldest, starting at 14 to 18. I'm 15, so I've already done a year at Explorers now. So yeah, it goes from Beavers, Cubs, Scouts, Explorers, and then goes on to the network and the young leader.
So when did you get involved?
When I was a beaver, so I started when I was 6, I think I was. I got the phone call for about going to beavers, and I was up for it, and I've stayed ever since.
Tell us about what you sort of do and why you joined.
I joined because I wanted to do more sort of in the community and sort of get out more, I suppose. And we do all sorts of obviously interesting activities like camps, which I thought were interesting. Learn new skills like survival skills. They're quite useful. We've done like health and safety, and we do sort of first aid as well, so it's quite useful skills to learn.
And what's one of your favourite skills you've learned, or something you enjoy learning?
I like doing fire building. It's quite useful. It's quite hard. It's harder than you think it is, but yeah, it's pretty good fun.
We've done quite a lot of stuff at Scouts, like a lot we work on our knots. We had like a movie night last night as a bit of a chill out session. But yeah, it's really, really fun.
So it's not just meeting up once a week in a hall, there's more to it than that?
Yeah, it's more of there's parts where you learn to it, there's parts where you have to have a bit of social time with friends, and it's a good chance to meet new people.
And what are you doing here today? Are you trying to meet people to let them know what you do?
Yeah, well, we're trying to do what Scouts do. We're scouting for people to join to try and up our numbers. But as Jack was saying, there's not enough leaders to have as many Scouts as we need.
Well, all of you, thank you very much for talking to me.
Thank you.
So we are here at the Daniel Monday Night Community Show on BRFM, continuing to hear the selection of interviews I did when I was out and about in Sheerness at the Sheppey District Scout Tryout Day. Jack is taking me round, and as he's taking me round, we're stopping off and I'm speaking to some of the youngsters and the leaders involved to give you a taste of what's happening during their tryout day.
I'm Alex, I'm a Deputy Youth Commissioner for Sheppey Aviator Explorers.
So what does that involve?
It involves leading the youth side of scouting, so we organise events and encourage young people to get into scouting.
I understand there was something else you wanted to talk about.
Oh yeah, the Kent International Jamboree, or the KIJ, is an event which happens every 4 years where scouts from all across the world, so like Japan, Australia, Canada, Germany, they all come together at one big camp, and it just shows you how big scouting is now, and it's not just the local activities, it's like worldwide.
So today's event is kind of giving people a taster, isn't it?
Yeah, today's event is giving quite a lot of kind of what scouting is in sort of adventure, so like rock climbing, a bit of arts and crafts or badge work. So yeah, it's giving a little bit of an insight into what a Scout's life is. Scouts is open to both female and male, so it's not traditionally male, and we have quite a number of female Scouts and Explorers in our units.
And when did you get involved in scouting?
I got involved in scouting quite a young age. I think I was about 5 years old when I first joined. It was Beavers, and I've just been in it ever since.
So, of course, Jack was acting as my guide at the Sheppey District Scout Tryout Day, and he next took me over to a marquee where some of the younger members of the scouting movement were, and this is what they had to say. So, what is your favourite thing when you go to Beavers?
I like doing art and crafts, and I like colouring in my paper sheets that I like.
What are you doing at the moment?
I'm making beaver maskers, and we're going to stick them on lolly sticks, and then we're going to show them at the parade.
So what do you like doing mostly when you're at Beavers?
Doing art and having fun.
So tell us a bit about what you're doing.
I'm doing a beaver's mask.
What actually is a beaver's mask?
It's the face of a beaver, and then you put the lolly stick on and stick it. First you put it on a piece of card and then stick the lolly stick on.
And what are you going to do with all these masks once you finish them?
We're going to take them into the parade.
So you're in Scouts. Could you just introduce yourself?
My name's George Brazil, and I'm 13 years old.
So what are you doing at the moment?
I'm just painting these birdhouses so people can come take a look and see what they are when they build their own, see what they can look like.
So have you been involved in building them as well?
Yeah, I built mine back a few weeks ago, and we sold them at Fate.
So what other things do you get up to at Scouts?
We do lots of fun and games. We do all sorts of activities. Like one time we went on a camp to a nuclear bunker, and we go out like kayaking and water sports and all kinds of stuff. It's all really fun.
So lots of activities on a bigger scale to what we're seeing today then?
Yeah, bigger. And then there's the KIJ camp in July, which is massive, where all the scouts come from all around the world.
So what is the thing you most enjoy, or the best thing you've learnt so far?
I don't really know, because I really like all of it. So it's all hard, because I enjoy all of it.
So it's learning the new skills and getting to do all the aspects that you like?
Yes, like I couldn't put up a tent before I came to Scouts. Now I can put up a tent.
And I can see actually on your uniform there's lots of different badges. I assume you get them as you go along?
Yeah, like there's two here. There's swimming. Like some of them are in stages.
Yeah.
Some of them are activity badges, and some of them are stages. Like you can do stage 1, stage 2. for all different ones. Like this one's a navigator, and that's a stage one for music, and like stage 2 swimming badges. And these ones say how many nights away I've done.
So they kind of represent the skills you're learning on the way.
Yeah, and then like there's these ones, and they're all like for different things. Like this one's for being a patrol leader, and this is like where you go to scouts in your district. So it's all about that.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, what is it you do in Scouts?
So Scouts is about working together and learning how to overcome certain obstacles. Say you don't know how to tie knots, then you could just learn how to tie knots there, because there's a what's it called, knot making badge. Say I learnt a bowdin knot. It's like a knot where you go onto say you do cliff or abseiling. It's a knot that goes round your waist, so all the tension goes into the middle of the string, and you can rappel down.
So I bet there's a lot of knots to learn.
That's true. More than there's a feast knot, which is a fake knot that they used to use back then when thieves used to make fake knots so they could fool police officers, and then they could just easily steal stuff.
Now I understand you've had some good moments. Could you tell us some of them while you've been in Scouts?
Well, my most favourable moment is probably when we done this Easter egg challenge where we had to use a straw to suck up an Easter egg and move it from the other side of the room to the other side and put it into a bowl.
And what about camping? Do you like doing the camping?
The camps are pretty fun. I don't mind sleeping in a tent and without any electronics, because I like wild, so I could just sit there and sleep.
What about the rock climbing? There's a rock climbing thing here. Is that something you like doing?
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm not scared of heights. I prefer just to. I'm like my iconic person is Bear Grylls in these sort of situations, because he just takes life by the horns and just does anything. So I want to idolise him and be like him, and I just want to take on any challenge and try it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So we are here at the Monday Night Community Show with me, Daniel, continuing to hear those interviews I did with the Sheppey District Scout Tryout Day. Jack is taking me round the event, and he next thought it would be good to talk to one of the leaders.
Hello, well I'm Ricky. I am the cub leader for 7th Sheppey Cubs. I've been doing cub leading since 2012.
So why did you decide to become a leader?
Well, both my partner and I, we both work in youth work, and she was doing youth work on a certain night of the week, which meant that I was sitting about in the house, not doing very much. With a little bit of spare time I had, I thought I'd put it to better use, really, rather than just sitting and watching the TV, and actually give something to the community.
What's it like being a leader? What does that involve? How much time does it take?
Really, as a leader, you can devote as much time as you can give to the organisation, that you're quite free to do that. Normally, on a very basic level, it's a few hours a week just to run the group, plan the activities, sort out resources, that sort of thing. Where during the nice weather, during the summer, you'll be going away for camps, doing days out, trips out, that sort of thing. There's a few meetings that you go to, but that's really for leaders, just to plan and sort out things for the upcoming year, that sort of thing.
Well, I'd imagine, as well as the youngsters learning, as a leader you must get a lot out of it and learn stuff you probably didn't think you would.
It's a great opportunity, I feel, to develop leadership skills that I can then take into my workplace and demonstrate that to employers and other people within teams in my professional life. I suppose a very, very good reason why I do it, and something that I really get back from it, is that I know the work that I do with the young people will help to benefit them in their future lives. It's all very well people saying how bad the country is and it's got all these problems, but unless you are willing to give into your community some of your time, some of your effort, those problems aren't going to go away. Making that little bit of sacrifice of your own time will even if it just changes one person's life, is so worthwhile in doing.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
So firstly, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Courtney Fox. I'm an explorer. I just do random things.
And I think you're going to talk about a camp that's coming up.
Yeah, it's called KOJ. It's Kent International Jubilee. It's a week long, and you just do lots of different activities, and you get to meet different people. So it's not just scouts, there's guides. So you get to meet lots of different people for a whole week, and it's just a lot of fun to do.
And I assume some of the things that are going on today will be done on a bigger level then?
Yeah, there'd be a lot more. There'd be a lot more things to do for KOJ, and it's just a lot of fun. People really enjoy themselves when they go.
So what's your favourite bit?
I like the climbing. I like doing that. It's fun to do activities sometimes, but it's also because you get to learn lots of different things. You get to meet lots of different people, and you just get to make some new friends.
Thanks very much. So, how many groups are there actually on the island?
So on the Isle of Sheppey, we've got 5 groups, and they're spread across between Eastchurch, Minster, Sheerness and Halfway. And they meet. We actually have a different group meeting every single night of the week, and they happen all over the island. So it's one of those things that actually people can get around. And even if you live in Minster and you can't make the night we run on in Minster, Halfway's not too far up the road, or you've got Sheerness. There's always a troop night running somewhere at some time on the island.
So if someone's listening and they think that they'd like to join, or maybe they're interested in becoming a leader, perhaps they were in Cubs and Scouts as youngsters, went away and they'd like to get back involved, how can they do that?
Absolutely. So you can visit our website, sheppeyscouts.org.uk. We've got some information on there. But you can also send us an email to dc@sheppeyscouts.org.uk, and that'll come through to us and we'll get in contact with you. We're also on Facebook, Sheppey District Scouts, and you can message us on there. I know a lot of people like to message on Facebook, and they come through straight to us. But yeah, we're always keen to get people involved, and ultimately at the moment we're looking for leaders. We've got lots of kids on waiting lists because we just don't have enough leaders to let all the kids in. So in an ideal world, we're probably looking for around 30 leaders at the moment to allow enough young people in and let them enjoy all the challenge, fun and adventure that we offer.
Well, thank you very much for letting me come along today and giving us a chance to cover what you're doing.
That's not a problem at all. Thank you for coming down.